Hello, welcome back to my channel, Fury of the Northman. It's hump day. Ho! Let's get motivated. I was thinking about what to talk about. Last week I had a brutal week. I just got knocked down hard by a chest and sinus infection. It was terrible for me. I don't know what you're like, but for me, when I get those things, my energy goes out the door. It's awful. I have a hard time functioning. I'm behind on a bunch of things I have to do, and I'm just now coming out of it. So I wanted to think about what I could say, and then it hit me. The motivation for this motivational video is get back up and thank those that knocked you down. When I was younger, I played football. I was mediocre at best. I wasn't a great athlete, hard-nosed, but there were a lot of guys on the field that were a lot better than I was. There were two moments in particular, though, where on my own team, just in hitting drills, these two separate individuals, they hit me so hard that I could feel it to the core of me, to my bones, where it gets rattled. If you never played football, if you've never seen like a real brutal hit, it may be hard to comprehend, but imagine getting hit so hard that you literally feel your inside shake. That's kind of a bad way to describe it, but that's what's going on. And the reason why I bring that up is because that was in practice. And in that moment, I had an opportunity to be like, I'm done. That's too much. I'm out. That hurts. I felt it in my bones. I don't want to come near it. I don't want this to happen again. Or I could get back up and come back asking for more. And the truth is, we're all going to face something like that in life. For you, it may not be football. For you, it may be dealing with a rude person or an unjust situation. Whatever the case may be, we're all going to deal with getting knocked down. And in that white-hot moment, when that happens, you can take the low road. You can take the road of effectively victimhood and accept what happened, which you should, but then stay there. Or you can say, nope, I'm going to pop back up. And once you pop back up and get moving and learn from that, you can actually turn back and eventually thank the individual or the situation of the person that put you in that situation where they knocked you down on the ground. You can eventually thank them, because really that's going to be a part of your philosophy and psychology from now on, from moving forward with life. You'll know what to avoid. You'll know what to see coming. But at the same time, too, you'll also have that inner confidence and inner joy of the grit you've developed because of really the damage you've taken. One of the things for myself that I always prided myself on back when I played football, which was years ago, and played for a team, a bunch of great guys, but we weren't really successful. My senior year was our first winning year for the school in 15 years. It was in many ways a very brutal situation. But one of the things that I always prided myself on as a player was, I know that I'm probably going up against a guy who's more athletic than me and probably stronger than me. I was pretty strong in high school, but I wasn't the biggest or the strongest. But I always made the choice. He wasn't going to be tougher than me. He wasn't going to be able to take the amount of damage that I would be willing to take and keep coming back. Because that right there isn't a genetic gift. That isn't a strength that you build in the gym or a skill set that you develop in working with people. It's literally just a mental choice. That's all it is. No one's going to be able to take more damage than me. Now, I'm not just going to throw myself in front of a brick truck. That would be foolish. But within the context of no matter how hard it gets, I'm going to do my best to position myself for success. You always want to do that. Don't work harder, work smarter. And in fact, work smarter at a hard rate. But the willingness to take a beating and keep coming back for more until the outcome is reached that you want, that is a powerful skill set. That is an amazingly useful way of thinking and being. In my business, Curbman Home Services, the truth is a lot of what I do, it's not really a high skill set. I got a friend of mine who's in HVAC. He deals with electricity every day. To a certain degree, on some level, he has engineering skills. His skill set's much higher than I am. Or, I'm sorry, his skill set is much higher than mine. But the skill set that I have is I'm willing to do things that customers can't do or don't want to do. I'm willing to work hard. I'm tearing down a shed right now. It's brutal. But because I'm willing to take that beating, I've positioned myself to where people want to use me and want to work with me. It's all a mental choice, guys. And on top of that, the mental choice of you getting knocked down and getting back up and being willing to take as much damage as possible to get where you want to go. The other side of that, the real victory of it, is really the appreciation and the thankfulness that you have for that individual on the back end who either hurt you, knocked you down, the situation, the job, the employer, the boss, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, the husband, the wife, whatever the case may be, that along with your choices puts you in a bad situation, knocked you down, but once you got back up, once you made that choice to get back up and say, nope, I'm wiping the dust off, let's go, I'm moving forward, that person literally added to your strength. I said, or I'm going to say at some point in another video, I'm super excited about with motivation, but many times the gifts that we're given in life, they don't present themselves as gifts. Many times they come in the form of hurts and sometimes tragedies. But once we pick ourselves up out of those ashes or out of that rubble and then start moving forward and glean from that the strength and the wherewithal and the knowledge of how to now operate within this new reality that we've experienced, because every experience that we've had shapes our reality for the future. Now we can navigate more freely and more successfully. You can look back and say, man, that actually helped me. In the moment, it caused me great harm, it caused me great problems, but it actually helped me. Guys, I'm 36 years old and my knees hurt. My back hurts at times just from playing high school football. I never even went past high school football. I didn't have the ability to. And I paid a price. My body has paid the price for those 4 years and the 2 years of middle school leading up to it. But the fact of the matter is I wouldn't trade it, guys. The lessons that I learned from going out on the field and playing against other guys my size and bigger and smaller and faster and stronger, it gave me so many tools in my toolbox to be where I'm at today. The unwillingness to quit. I may get beat, but I'm not going to quit. I may be hurt, but I'm going to play. You may knock me down, but I'm getting back up and I'm coming back just as hard on the next play. You better get ready. Those things, you're not born with that. There are some people that are born hard-nosed, that's true, but the truth is you don't know what you're going to do or how you're going to be until you're in the moment of stress and ultimately defeat, whether the defeat is momentary or it's years. You really don't know how you're going to behave until you're in that moment. But in that moment can set the course for you making a choice in your mind. No, man, I'm going to get back up. And then after I get back up and move forward, I'm going to look back and I'm going to thank the SOB that caused me that grief and that problem because they actually added to me. And I know that's in this day and age, we got a lot of different thoughts going on right now about trauma and whatnot. But really, guys, as I said, our past experiences create really the reality of our future. And if someone has or something has knocked you down or hurt you, and in that moment you said, no, I'm getting back up, it doesn't, you celebrating that and thinking that down the road, once the healing has taken place and you've been able to grasp it and really come to terms with it, it doesn't negate the harmful actions of that individual, person, job, situation, whatever. But what it does do, it allows you to take control of it. And instead of it hurting you and you feeling still sad and frustrated and embittered about it, you're not saying, you know what, it happened, it's a part of my life, it actually made me stronger, I'm moving forward in thankfulness and in joy. And that is a choice. That is, You get to choose to do that. You get to choose to face down giants and get stomped on and get knocked down and get back up and smile and say, come on, I want some more. You get to choose to do that. And when you do that, it separates you from literally everyone else that is not doing it. From literally everyone else that life didn't go the way they wanted to. And instead of saying, what did I do to bring myself here? And also acknowledging what others have done to affect me, and then moving forward in a right direction with strength and power, they're staying in their broken place of sadness and defeat, unwilling to just get back up. I'm telling you right now, guys, I'm telling you right now, get back up. It's worth it. It's totally worth it. Don't go chase disaster. Don't throw yourself in front of a truck. Don't do things that will hurt you. But anything that has knocked you down or that has put you in a position where you've been on the short end of the stick and you're now past it and you can see through it, the emotional pain, the physical pain is either gone or it's subsided through it because of just the passage of time. Look back on it and understand that that's a part of you, and that's actually helping you. It's strengthening you. All those times, there was many other issues too in my life, not just with football, where I really wasn't the guy for the job, but I did the best I could. And just getting in that situation and understanding, hey man, I'm not here, or I'm not getting treated right. What am I going to do? I got to figure this out. And part of the ways, one of the ways I'm going to figure it out is I just got to be mentally tough enough and have a strong enough jaw where maybe I can take a few shots and keep going. Maybe someone can get a right cross on me, may knock me down, but I'm going to get back up. And for me in my life, and for my friends around me that I've seen that maybe have a similar one, it's made all the difference. For me, I was fortunate. It was football. Football really taught me valuable lessons that I carried into my young adult life. And then the lessons that I learned from football, I was able to attach to the lesson I learned as a young adult. And it's just really blessed and benefited me. And I know some of you maybe didn't do sports, or maybe some of you did. It really doesn't matter. We've all been in situations where we've been knocked down, where someone or something has exerted their will over us and put us in a distressed position against our will. Or we went out to face something or someone confident we would succeed, and we failed. Get back up. Don't stay on the ground. You're going to spend plenty of time in the ground when you're dead. Don't stay on the ground. Get back up. The person, the thing, the situation that knocked you down, that put you in that distressed position of defeat and victimhood, get up and then look back on it and thank them for it, because ultimately they're adding to you and making you stronger. Let's go.